Hey, welcome back everybody. It's great to be with you. Figure I'd give you a few updates, how things are going. From an enrollment standpoint, we usually take kind of a snapshot at Drop Ed. And so last Friday at Drop Ed, we had an all-time record in a number of categories actually. We had the most students we've ever had in a new incoming class. I think the number was 466. Total overall enrollment was the highest it's ever been for traditional students. And our retention number was the highest it's ever been for first-time, first-year students. So all really, really good news. And obviously, speaking of news, in the news is all of COVID-19, and everybody, obviously has their concerns about that, especially as it relates to colleges and universities. You're hearing so much about what's going on. I would say to you that there was definitely an uptick for us in this week, but that's not unexpected. I think the thing we have to realize is that a college is a lot more like a home than it is a state or a country. And so you're in a place that everybody's together, we're always together, and so the tendency would be for there to be more cases, if you will. The good news is that the vast majority of cases are asymptomatic, which is really great and hopeful. I will tell you that our policies and procedures are working really, really well. They're also not frozen, so we're very adaptable and we keep making adjustments as time goes on, as we see things that need to be done. But basically the policies that we have, the procedures that we have in place are really working wonderfully well. I would just emphasize again, which I've done now, probably the last 3 or 4 videos, is that it's really important, especially from the student side, that we adhere to the rules and the policies and the procedures that we have in place, because as you've seen nationwide, all of the outbreaks or anything that's happened is really, it's the socializing. It's where people are coming together, not physically distancing, not wearing masks and those kinds of things. That's when it really spreads. So from a student standpoint, I've been around campus. I will tell you, most students are really being good about this. I know it's tough and it's unpleasant or uncomfortable to have to deal with masks and physical distancing. Most students are really doing a great job with it. I have to admit, occasionally I'll find some I'll pass by and I'll see a couple of students with no mask on and I'll say to them, where's your mask? I'll do it in a nice way. But it's just a way to remind everybody that we are all here. It's not just about ourselves, it's about those that we're on campus with. And as I said, we really just need to manage these like 10-day windows. When somebody is positive, it doesn't mean they're positive forever. It means that for a 10-day window, plus, if they're 24 hours without symptoms, and especially the asymptomatics, that means they are without symptoms. So after 10 days, they return. We're good. They've had it, they got the antibodies, and they're ready to move on. So that's going to be important, I think, that everybody really adhere to those procedures and policies that we have in place. Each week, Dr. Travis Fuzel will give you an update. He's the provost of the college, for those that don't know. He'll give an update on the numbers, the status, what's going on. But fortunately for us right now, we only have on campus 7 positive cases being isolated on campus. The other positive cases are isolating off campus. And so these are definitely, we can work with this. So there should be no alarm that there are cases. We knew there were going to be cases. I think I even said that to you maybe 5 or 6 videos ago. There's certainly going to be cases. It's just the nature of the virus and so forth. But I think we're managing it well. Again, most people are asymptomatic, which is very good news. And so I'm very hopeful about where we're going to be going as we move forward. I think these next few weeks we'll probably have some upticks, and then I believe we're going to see then it start to drop back down. As far as other activities go, probably things are a little slower as far as activities. Normally by now we'd be in full swing, probably because of just getting back to school, everybody getting in place, and I think also probably from an abundance of caution, we wanted to be sure that everybody knew what they were doing, how we were going to do things together. And so really this week is really the beginning of starts of activities. Good news is mass attendance is up. I guess people are praying more, which is a really good thing. Other activities are just getting started, art and other areas. I know theater is working on projects. So I think people are going to see more as we move along. Even admissions, which has done the people in admissions are just amazing. Many of you have met them and know them, and so you know why I'm saying that. But they've already started on next year, believe it or not, and so we already have tours going. We have in-person tours and we can have virtual tours as well, so either one can be scheduled if anybody wants them, for relatives, friends, whoever they might be. You can get those scheduled through the admissions office. Athletics, I have to tell you, I was really heartened just a few days ago. I was out by the athletic fields, and the whole women's soccer team is out there on one field. Another field, all men's soccer team. I saw the women's softball team out practicing. I saw the rugby team. I saw some baseball players. I saw men and women's tennis. I mean, it was great. People had masks. People were staying distance, doing drills and so forth. It was really just great to see, though. It showed that life was still going on. We're still finding a way forward. And it's really exciting. I mean, we are starting competitions. We're working through the teams, the college and universities that still have a willingness to play. But we're going to have competitions. The calendar, the schedule for all of our competitions will be on the athletic website next week. There's also, to me it's exciting, we're going to have live streaming of all of our games. So they're going to be multi-games each week, and they're all going to be live streamed, so you'll be able to watch them. And it just gives me great hope that we're finding the way to move forward and to make things happen and to, in a sense, meet the needs of our students in terms of their satisfaction, in terms of their, not only that educational piece, but the formation piece as well. So I'm really happy about what I see happening there. And then finally, I just want to thank everybody. The Solidarity Fund, which we had launched a few weeks ago, just trying to support the additional expenses that go with responding to COVID-19. There's been an overwhelming response, and I just want to thank everybody who was able to help out, that you've really helped our students and our community kind of weather the whole pandemic, and I'm just greatly appreciative. So it's all good. We're moving in the right direction. Classes are going well. Some of the online classes, some students, it varies by student. So some students might have had a situation where maybe a couple of professors needed to be online, and so for them, they may be having more of their classes online than they had intended. But overall, it's been really well received, and I think everything is going well. So again, thanks for everything you're doing, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care and God bless.